The internal wars for supremacy and inheritance that arose were over the division of principalities and all took place among the princes. Initially, they weakened the Grand Principality of Kiev and eventually led to its complete dissolution. In 1161, the Grand Principalities were renamed as follows: the Halich Principality in Cherven, Ukraine, the Vladimir Principality on the Klyazma River, and finally the Moscow Principality centered around the city of Moscow. In 1462, Prince of Moscow Ivan III, taking advantage of the weakness of the Tatars, who were exhausted from internal wars, refused to pay the annual tribute to the Khanate. His grandson, Ivan IV, or Ivan the Terrible, by uniting many Russian principalities into one, renamed himself Tsar in 1547. From then on, the Moscow Kingdom and its rulers were known by this title, finally renaming the Moscow Kingdom to the Russian Kingdom, which, unlike Cherven and White Rus, was called Great Russia. Both of these Rus' territories together were then called Little Russia. Their princes and warriors were defeated, cities were destroyed, and the people remained under Tatar rule, with some hiding in Belarus and in the land of Drevlians or Polisia. The most significant families migrated to the Lithuanian Principality, and its Prince Gediminas was encouraged to liberate their land. In 1320, Gediminas united with the Rus under the princes Prentislav, Svetovid, and Blud, and colonels Hromval, Tunil, Perunad, and Ladim, expelled the Tatars from Little Russia, defeating them in 3 battles, and in the last one, near the river Irpin, where the Tatar princes, Khan princes, Timur and Deviat, were killed. Gediminas reinstated the rule of Ruses under elected individuals from among the people, and he appointed a representative from the Ruses lineage, Prince Olshansky, as his deputy. After him, many other deputies and voivodes from the same lineage followed, but the most notable among them was Simeon Alexandrovich. Gediminas not only confirmed the rights and customs of the Ruses people, but also introduced them in all his lands, along with the Ruses script or charter, which can still be seen in the ancient archives of the Lithuanian Principality. The original Ruses law, compiled into the statute, was translated from Russian to Polish. Although some writers talk about the union of Ruses with Lithuania, claiming that Gediminas achieved it by force, defeating the Russian princes and their army near the river Irpin, this actually happened with the Tatar princes, and this distortion of the event has been grossly misinterpreted in history.
The fact that the Tatars ruled over Little Russia is evidenced by their Islamic emblems, which remained on ancient churches under the crosses. Initially, after the overthrow of Tatars, they were at the base of the cross as a sign of the destruction of the Islamic shrine. Later, it became a customary practice of the artisans.
When the Lithuanian Principality in 1386, through its Prince Jagiellon, united into one state with the Kingdom of Poland, through the marriage of its prince to Hedwig, Queen of Poland, then Little Russia also joined with Lithuania into the Kingdom of Poland, on treaties and conditions that equally served all 3 nations. The city of Cherkasy was appointed as the residence of the Little Russian hetman. 4 Russian voivodeships were then established: Kiev, Bratslav, Volyn, and Chernihiv, collectively with Severia called Ducatis Severia. Galicia is not part of the current merger of Little Russia with Poland because after the invasion of Batu Khan, it passed first to the Hungarian and then to the Polish kings. Finally, it completely fell to Poland, and King of Poland Casimir III, or the Great in 1339, took uncontested possession of its chief city Lviv. And this part of Little Russia, like all that land, was never subjugated by Polish arms, but only liberated from other rulers and claimants by the help of Polish and Lithuanian forces, namely the Tatars and Hungarians. Proof of this is, among other things, the privilege granted by King Casimir the Great in 1339.